Fraud Prevention 101, the definitive guide to keeping you safe and sound. Presented by Golden Providers. Golden Providers are top industry professionals in real estate, assisted living, senior care, and so much more. Visit us online at goldenproviders.com.
Good morning. My name's Jason Daniels. I'm from Olive Branch IT. We're a full-service IT company, and we fight scammers and hackers every day, all day. As you heard, there's a few ways that it happens. The most common are email and pop-ups. So you heard a little bit about the email. If it's spelled wrong, if it looks like it's from your bank, but you're not expecting that email, just don't click on it. Typically, if you read the email and you pay attention, you can tell it's a scam. That's not the dangerous one, though. The one that's dangerous these days is, let's say you're on Facebook and you're looking at family members' photos, or if you're on your bank website and you're doing transfers, or if you're reading your email, something's going to pop up on your screen. Now, scammers like to use scare tactics on the internet. So they want to scare you into giving up your money. The way that they do that is with this pop-up. It might be a big red screen that beeps and squeals and says, alert, alert, you're going to prison, alert, you owe the IRS, alert, your child's in danger, alert, your computer's about to be wiped out. There's 100 different ways they do it. 99.9% of the time, it's a pop-up scam. Now, on these windows that you see, they may be blue, they may be red, some are black, they're all a little bit different, but they all have pretty much the same things in common. One, they're trying to scare you. They're saying something's wrong. Two, there's a phone number on there. Or there's an instant message link. Click here to talk to somebody to help. The one I see people falling for most is a red screen that pops up and it beeps and it squeals and it alerts and it says, call this phone number right now. You have a virus. We can take care of your virus. The typical person will go, you know, that's not right, and push the button on their computer and kill the computer. That's okay. That's one of the safer ways to deal with it. Some people will actually call those phone numbers. If you call those phone numbers, now the scammer has your contact information. They weren't targeting you specifically, but now they have your information. So now they've got your phone number. If you call them and you talk to them, they say, well, let me get access to your computer. We'll look at it, see what's going on, and we might be able to fix this for you. It shouldn't take more than 30 minutes or so. So you say, okay, what do I do? They give you a website. Go to logmein123.com. So you do. You go to that website. Click here. You click on that button. Now they have access to your computer. Now you've got somebody who typically doesn't speak fluent English. It's typically broken English. Sometimes it's an Indian accent, sometimes South American accent, sometimes a British accent. English is obviously not their first language. Once they get into your computer, they start pulling up screens. You get a black screen that shows up and they say, oh, look at all these connections. These are all the people trying to hack into your computer. Or they'll pull up a screen and say, look at all these viruses you have. These are bad viruses. They're trying to steal your information so we can fix it for a price. Now, it may be $50 one-time fee will fix it. It may be, a lifetime protection plan is $500. All we need your credit card information. It sounds legit to some people, but it's not. Don't ever fall for it. A lot of times they'll say, welcome to Microsoft, how can I help you? Or welcome to Google, how can I help you? It's not a legitimate company that you're dealing with. Once they get your information, they've got your computer access. Now they have access to all your passwords, all your usernames, all your Facebook passwords, all of your email addresses, everything you've ever done on that computer they have full access to. And there's a couple scenarios that could play out. One, you may pay them because you may feel like it's a legit company. Now they've got your credit card information. They're not going to just bill it one time. Now they've got your credit card, they're going to sell your credit card information to other scammers. They're going to charge it several times before your bank even realizes what's happening. That's the best case scenario. Worst case scenario is you say, this feels like a scam, I'm done talking to you, and you hang up. Well, you forgot they're in your computer. They've put back doors into your computer. So you turn your computer off, you hang up the phone, get frustrated. A couple days later, you turn your computer back on. They get an alert, your computer is back on, and they backdoor into it. Now everything you type, they're tracking. So every password you put in, they're tracking. Every email you type, they're tracking. If you log into your bank, now they've got your bank login information. Then from there, that's when things start getting scary. Because even though you don't see that error anymore because it was a fake pop-up and they made it go away, now they've got a backdoor into your account. They may start deleting your pictures. They may delete your password. They may encrypt your hard drive and put a ransom on there. So now I didn't pay that person because it sounded non-legitimate, but now my computer's encrypted. Now it's ransomed, and I have to pay the ransom to get back on my computer, to get all my stuff back. Some people pay the ransom, some people don't. If you don't pay the ransom, sometimes they'll go back into your computer because they know how to hack into it, and they will wipe everything out. Now you've lost everything on your computer. So it's become very dangerous. The internet's a great tool, but if you're not paying attention, it can be very, very dangerous. Some of the things to look for, as Steve and Phil had both said, is logos. Like if you get an email from a bank, look at the logo. If it's blurry, if it's off just a little bit, if the color's off, if it looks in the wrong place, typically it's in the top left, now it's in the middle, anything that's not exactly like what you're used to seeing, most of the time it's fake. These scammers don't take the time to recreate the logos, they usually copy and paste. And you can tell, it's usually blurry or it's blown up really big, or sometimes they shrink it really small. The language and the grammar is almost always messed up. Even if the spellings are 100% correct, if you read it out loud, a lot of time it reads like a foreign person would speak. It's not fluent English. They'll put S's where there's not supposed to be S's, or they will spell words in ways that in the English language grammatically it doesn't fit. That's usually a telltale sign. Usually the Indian hackers, they like to pluralize words that aren't plural. So pay attention for that. If it's not written exactly as an English proper grammar way to be written, it's most likely a scam. If you're still unsure if it's a scam or not, you've looked at the picture, you've looked at the writing, and you're still not sure, there's usually a URL. Now the URL is at the top of the page where you type in http://www, whatever it is. Microsoft is always going to say Microsoft.com. Adobe will always say Adobe.com. A lot of these scammers will put Microsoft with an extra T, or it'll be Microsoft.uk or Microsoft.ca. It won't be exactly Microsoft.com. And if you don't pay attention to it, you won't catch it. It'll look legitimate, and you'll end up clicking on it or following the website, and it starts from there. Another couple things you can look at is if you see that red pop-up come up, or if you see an error message pop up, pull up your cell phone and say, computer just did this. If you use your cell phone or a tablet or another computer in the office and you're suspecting of something, use another device and look it up. Because 9 times out of 10, if you do a Google search, you'll find scam, and it'll say pictures, how to stop it, how to block it. It'll give you all the details on it. The IT world's very, very fast on catching on to the scammers. The problem is we don't have a way to publish it. We can't do Amber Alerts for scams. So you have to look it up yourself and look for it. So just pay attention, be very vigilant on it. If you have any suspicion whatsoever, research it, call somebody. People call our office every day, hey, I got this pop-up. It's a scam, close it, don't worry about it. So just be vigilant. That's it for me.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Fraud Prevention 101, the definitive guide to keeping you safe and sound, presented by Golden Providers. Golden Providers are top industry professionals in real estate, assisted living, senior care, and so much more. Visit us online at goldenproviders.com.